YT World, this is your girl, La Kiki, Miss D.C. that is, and I want to come to you with MTV's The Real World, Go Big or Go Home, episode 2, that is, season 31, I meant to say, episode 2. This episode was extremely annoying to me. I'm just going to say, probably like a little small talk about how I feel. Because I don't really want to rehash the whole episode far as like step by step what they did, because they didn't really do shit and don't really care. But for your sake, yeah, it's basically around, this episode was basically Dion. I don't know why they call him Dion, like he's some kind of French man or something, but that's irritating as shit, and they just need to say Dion. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to say Dion, because they was blowing me throughout the whole show, saying that shit all day. And it was basically about him, Kayla, and I found out his name was Dion, and the other video I was saying Jungle Man. So yes, Dion and Dean was getting mixed up. But he's in a love triangle right now with Kayla, and thirsty ass Kayla and Sabrina. And they so-called best friends. How you best friends after a week in a house? Or maybe not even a week, maybe a day or two. Whatever the recordings are between episodes or whatever. But we're not best friends. You're the person that I'm most comfortable hanging around with in this house. You know, but not best friends. That's stupid as shit. Pretty much, it starts off with, well, I'm not going to say what it starts off, because I actually forgot about that shit. But CJ and Dion makes a bet about him begging. He's saying that he would not bang Sabrina before her friend Kayla, and she's making a bet with him that I bet you will do Sabrina on a one drunk given night before you do Kayla. So obviously that didn't go through well, but yes, so yeah, she want to do that bet basically, and pretty much they just hanging out at the Golden Spike, which is I guess some downtown rink-a-dink ass hotel that they're staying in Vegas. And to me, like if it's near the Golden Nugget or anything near Fremont Street, the City of Lights or the Light Show area, no, that shit is dirty as shit. And yeah, production, you could have done better. Like they could have stayed in Bally's, the Link Hotel or something. Like really, they can't even stay on the Strip. But I guess they want to keep them more contrived and not mingling with too much of the crowd. So I guess that's why they got them in a downtown location. But yeah, pretty much Sabrina is also, this episode was kind of about her and trying to seek answers from her adoptive not adoptive mother, but her actual real life mother. And I think that's one of the missions that she had to actually do, which is basically they gave her a number and she had to call her, and it was investigator's number, and basically pretty much putting together the pieces to find her birth mother that gave her up for adoption when she was 12 and her mother was 21. So she wants to go through with it because this is go big or go home, and basically, you know, try to conquer some of her fears, which she is kind of not good at rejection, obviously, because she don't know how to back down. And so you need to learn from that. This is the first thing you need to accomplish. And maybe they felt like they need to do this mission, give her this mission early, because they see the devastating path that she was going on, even though I don't know why they did that, because that make for great television if she just would have been destructive. But I guess they like, no, we need to help her out since she's so young, and before she make a mistake, let her at least get that insecurity out of there of not being accepted before she go on this long thing with Dion getting disappointed down and not accepting herself, not knowing her self-worth. So that's good on that. And also Chris is kind of faded in the background to me too, but he pops his head up here and there and keep talking about how he's not used to all this Mormon, you know, all this drag and things like that, because their first mission, actually before I started talking about Sabrina, their first mission was to go to a drag place and dress up in drag, actually. So Dean and Chris is really skeptical of this, because they just like, that's the one thing that is just guy code, community code, culture code that they thought they would never do, or said they would never do, and was feeling highly uncomfortable about the whole situation. We went to the thrift store, got our dresses. Dean just like, I'm gonna put on any ass dress, and Chris embraced it. Like, look, if I'm going to put on something or dress in drag, I'm going to make sure I do their community right. I'm not going to try to act like I'm making fun of them or anything, so I'm just going to go with the flow. But I am very uncomfortable. But the whole time he's uncomfortable, I'm like, you look very flamboyant to me, but I met a lot of flamboyant people in my life that is actually not gay at all, and they're just raised around a lot of flamboyant people themselves, so they just have the same energy about them. But don't ever judge a book by its color, because really the one that's very flaming is the one that's still banging you at home with a whole family of 5 and everything, but down low secretly go to these clubs where they actually have like a lot of real Betty homemaker husbands that come there and meet their mistress men. Yes, and trust and believe, I worked at a club that I just recently left where it was a lot of low-key nights like that. So yes, nothing surprises me, period. So don't look out for the flamboyant ones. You need to look out for the low ones, Most of the time they outstanding citizens. Yeah, that's what I do. Side eye. But yeah, so they went through with it. They went to, I think it's called the Salon of Beauty. What kind of drag show is called a drag place called Salon of Beauty? It just didn't make sense to me, but I guess, they went through with it. So they start loosening it up, some, and of course all the thirsty hoes gonna say Dion was the best looking one, but I think the one that had the best style was Chris over there. Yeah, but of course his thirsty little groupies, Kayla and Sabrina, is like, oh yes, he looked the best. No, his hair is just nice, but other than that, like, it's just whatever. But I guess, to each his own. Really don't matter to me, because it's whack as shit and not attractive to me. And I don't know why all of them is so attracted to him. Like, beware, for real. Because I don't see nobody in the house that's attractive, even though they're not really supposed to be hooking up with people in the house. It always run like that. You always find one broad that have to do that, or have to feel like they gotta hook up with somebody in the house. Whole time, this is just an experience for y'all to just enjoy y'all summer, pretty much, and get exposed, and for real, prepare for the challenge, basically. And that's what I see it as, because that's all I will be preparing myself for. Is like, look, I'm trying to make it to the real world. I mean, the challenge. Challenge, whatever, because they made so many goddamn seasons that I don't know where it's going to go after this. And some of the exes, rest in peace, are not around anymore. So it's just like, where else could we go with these titles for the next show? But they will find something, Enemies 3 or 4 or 5 or something like that. But pretty much this whole episode blew the hell out of me. It seems like CJ and Jenna are getting along for now, so we're not going to see that blow up with them yet. Probably going to happen on the next episode, because the first episode they showed us kind of a little contemplation of a whole bunch of videos. A whole bunch of parts in the season that's going to happen or whatever. And most of the time, that's like the second or third episode or something. So yeah, they got to drag that shit out. So yeah, pretty much she gonna probably go head to head with her. But right now they acting very well together. They actually seem like they cool. And Jenica rap a little bit. You got a little flavor in you or whatever. But why every time I'm sorry to say this, and don't get offended by what I'm saying, but I just gotta call it like it is. Why every white person always feel like in order to feel hood or feel gangster or whatever, thugged out, whatever you want to call it, that's so-called supposed to be every black person in your mind, why you gotta get straight back ass cornrows? For real, we do more types of cornrows than that, but straight back though, like that's the only thing you can go through is like, I want straight back cornrows and wear some whack ass Timberlands that been out of style for since the 90s. Like, we don't do that shit no more. If you want to dress like a black, like if you want to do the so-called Halloween thing, whatever you doing that be trying to act like you're a black person where you got to dress up and try, do better. Like, watch BET, watch a lot of videos, watch, not even a lot of videos, actually just watch the streets. See how we dress in the streets, because Timberlands and straight back cornrows ain't gonna cut that. That shit ain't gonna cut, you know, for years to come. It's just annoying. It's like nails on a chalkboard to me when I see it. So please, please do yourself a favor and don't do that shit no more. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, she's cool, and she had a little flow to her, and I like it, you know, for now. But I got a feeling that she's gonna get smacked backhand. Yes. But Kayla, you made yourself, like, I guess Sabrina dropped off the face of the earth with Dion, right now at least, because she feel like, yeah, her and her best friend is gonna hook up. I mean, her best friend is gonna hook up with Dion. So yeah, you know, I might as well stop trying to get him, because I already know he's continuously saying to me he don't want me. So let me just give up and just let me just help her out, because I can't get nothing from him, so let me help her out and shit. Yeah, I wouldn't have did that neither. Like, you do what you do, but I'm not gonna be a part of that, period. Because it's just girl code, and I'm not going to say that fine, because you're not fine to me at all, but you know, for some people he's not that fine, and you can do better, and to me she's way prettier. I think Jenna actually is the most prettiest girl in the house, and that's why she's probably gonna get a lot of hate. And I don't know whether the CJ black chick hates her or not, I mean, or jealous of her or not. I think she's just gonna start getting more ignorant, and she's just gonna have to check the hoe, you know. That's how I think that's gonna go, because she seemed like she genuinely think everybody is, you know, beautiful, and you know, sisterhood and things like that. That's the type of attitude I think she is coming across like, and I like that about her for now. But you know, I might change my mind if she acts stupid too throughout the episodes. So yeah, you didn't really hear much from Dean. Pretty much he's just like chilling, you know, but we need to hear more on their sides. To me, it seemed like every mission is kind of going to be connected to somebody's fears in the house. Like the fear of what they would never do, or what they thought they would never do, or to somebody's lifestyle, apparently, of how they live, and make the whole household do something that they might do. So I'm thinking it's going to go in that sort of way, and that's kind of cool. Like, thank you, Real World, for stepping up, because you know your ratings was low as shit, and you know you had to bring it back up with some kind of boost to make people want to keep continuing to get into it, because the challenge is just taking over stuff, you know. So it's like, why we need Real World anymore? Like, we tired of the Real World being about students, you know, taking a semester off of college, and I just really trying to know myself, and oh my god, I got problems. Like, nobody want to hear that. We want to see something good. Like, we want to see an actual show, them actual, not just going to work, going back in the house, and them hooking up, and then people being mad over boyfriend girlfriend dramas. Like, that's boring, outdated. When Jersey Shore did all that shit, it was already done better than Real World. They did that. So get better, you know, get better about that. And pick better, and you need to do a redo of DC and pick me for DC, because I am a real Washingtonian, and you did not do the Real World DC any justice at all. Far as where they stayed, far as where they went, far as where they worked, you didn't do any justice for DC. So please do that shit over again. And yeah, pretty much this video ended with, you know, Kayla hooking up with Dion, and I think she felt like that's some kind of accomplishment, trying to play stupid. Like, girl, you look dumb on TV and you celebrating it like it's something good, and going to snap at Lil Jenna because she's saying, look, can y'all do that shit somewhere else, not in my room? And Dion's like, I do whatever I want, wherever I want. But it is disrespectful. You're staying in a room with someone, like, come on, like, y'all can hook up on the couch anywhere, but why I gotta be in the room that I'm laying down when I'm trying to sleep, you know? Because if it was me and you ain't had Dion and you wasn't getting no action, I brought somebody back from the club and smashed them into my bed, what would you be doing? Having a house meeting on my ass. So, bitch, please. Like, respect my ass, you know? So I understand how she felt. And, you know, it's just going to get crazy from there. She was just mad at the fact that everybody was keep discussing it. But, I mean, sorry, not everybody, because her ass would never confront CJ or anybody else that was in the house. But the fact that she confronted Jenna was an easy-ass target. And I have no respect for Kayla whatsoever. Don't really care about her at all. And I actually do like Jenna so far at this point. I'm not sure whatever ignorant thing she might say down in the future, but at this point, like, she seemed cool to me, and I understand everything that she was going through, and I would have called them out on that too. And to get in her face, like, what else you gonna say? Just shut up. I'd have been like, bitch, make me. Where is that gonna happen? What are you gonna do? Like, don't giggle out here. If you got something to say, saying, I'm giggling at your ass because your ass is trash, literally, and your sex was probably trash, and you showed your whack ass trash sex on TV with his trash dick on TV inside your trash puss. Twat, sorry, twat for the bougie ones, but you look dumb as shit. And get the fuck out my face for I dab your ass with my forehead. Don't get that close to my face. Give me my space. And that's what I would have said if I was Jenna. But I'm not evil. I'm a nice person. But don't get in my motherfucking space. But yeah. This episode is a mess, and this season about to be a mess, and I can't wait for it because I like the drama of the show. Yeah, so I'll holler back at you when the next episode come on, because I'm going to be looking at The Walking Dead, because I don't want to review into the next season, and I'm going to be looking at other shows that I missed, like Real Housewives of Atlanta. And oh, by the way, I'm just coming back from the Big Brother auditions out in West Virginia that I went to, and I'm uber excited, so we'll see what happens. All I can do is wait on everything, but that's just my dream thing to do, was to go and experience everything. So yes, wish me luck, everyone, and I holla. Bye.